Streaming live worldwide online at 1130thetiger.com.
Our locally owned businesses are the heartbeat of our community. Industry aces stand out as leaders in their field, like Down Home Meats, Old School Sausage done right, and Shreveport Bossier Family Dentistry, keeping your whole family smiling, and Shreveport Bossier Pediatric Dentistry. It's an out-of-this-world experience. Industry aces stand out as leaders in their field. Check out any of our industry aces today.
The following is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways with the purpose of soliciting sales of vacation ownership. For complete details, please visit fvgradio.com. If you want a 100% complimentary stay in Cancun at a luxury resort, then Family Vacation Getaways is your ticket to paradise. We're giving away 5 days and 4 night stays to the first 50 callers who can name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. An animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. Do you know it? Call now, 800-951-6541. 800-951-6541. You may also be eligible for an exciting bonus vacation in Orlando, Florida for just $398. And don't worry about anything ruining your plans. We can extend your stay up to 18 months. Name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird, and you get a complimentary Cancun resort stay and an optional bonus vacation in Orlando for just $398. What are you waiting for? Call 800-951-6541. Again, 800-951-6541 and give us your answer. The proceeding is not a contest or sweepstakes and is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways and not sponsored by or affiliated with this station or program.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When it comes to my lifestyle and diet, I don't always make the smartest choices.
Touchdown! Woo! Hey, how about another round and some more chips?
But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I do make one very smart choice. Active liver tablets from New Nordic. I used to have real issues with my liver, and at my last checkup, my doc was concerned about my numbers. But since adding a once-a-day active liver tablet, my gut's better, I feel great, and my doctor's happy. I ask a lot of my liver, so the least I can do to say thanks is a daily dose of Active Liver.
You ask a lot of your liver, so give it the support it needs with Active Liver. You can find Active Liver at Amazon.com, or for a volume discount, visit NewNordicUSA.com. Go to new, NORDICUSA.com, Amazon, or ask for Active Liver at your local CVS. New year, new you, New Nordic.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is. She could also make monsters disappear. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Hello? Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Tiger weather now. The front looks to go stationary on us, and that's going to mean shower and thunderstorm chances are going to stick around here right on through the end of the week and into the weekend. We're dodging storms this afternoon at 82. Clouds with scattered showers and storms overnight tonight, 67. More scattered thunderstorms for tomorrow, 80. Chance for storms on Saturday, 81. Richard DeWetting at the Weather Channel.
KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Bossier City's home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station. The following is a paid program. Participants of this program are not employees of this station, and their views, opinions, and claims do not necessarily represent those of Town Square Media, its employees, or advertisers.
The following program is paid for by Tim Fletcher.
Good afternoon. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Voice of the Demons, right?
Yes.
Touchdown, Demons!
Brined, marinated, or dry rubbed, it's sports the way you like it.
Sports Center Top 10 right there!
Talking to the biggest names, bringing you the best interviews.
He actually smokes his beans.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
The cooler is full, and the brisket is resting.
Just a nice little pull, and it comes right apart. That's perfect.
We eat ribs with this dude.
Here's your master of ceremonies, the Kansas City Barbecue Society
certified expert.
Throw the fade, looking for Ferguson. Got it!
Patrick Netherton.
13-yard touchdown. Demons are back in it. Good afternoon. We welcome you in. It's the Patrick Netherton Show right here at 11:30. The Tiger. Rogers, just so you know, I am getting an echo again. It is the show. It is the Halloween edition. That's right. It is Halloween. Thank you, Rogers. Halloween edition, which means I am wearing a wig. It's kind of a Mr. Cotter kind of wig, if you will. I don't know. Is it culturally appropriate? I have no idea. But you know what? We're wearing a wig for at least for the first segment of the show. We'll have the wig on. If you want to see it, you need to go to one of our streaming platforms on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. That's the only place you're going to see me in the Mr. Cotter wig. It's just a big curly afro, really, more than anything else. So if you want to see it, get yourself out to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, and you can enjoy that. I also have a little gold chain on that's got like a little dollar sign on it. I don't know. I think I dressed up as a pimp one year, and so I have just sort of accoutrement from that costume. Also, the camera really struggling to get in both this massive head of hair and the rest of my face, but we're here, we're hanging out, we're glad to have you with us. Hope that everyone is enjoying Halloween. Obviously, the weather could be a little nicer, but the hope is that all of this stuff will move out, and we will be able to get to a little more manageable, happier scenario. That's the hope. Let's hope we get there, because this is obviously not ideal. What's going on right now. So, but we do appreciate you being with us. We're happy to be here. It's a good day to have a good day. You know, that's what I feel like. And again, go check out the stream so that you can see us. So you can see me in my crazy wig. I wore this for Halloween several years ago. Kind of doing a whole pimp thing. And I just kept the wig. It's like buried in the back of my closet somewhere. So, I don't think it's terrible looking. It's seen better days, I guess. It was one of those kind of throw it together type of costumes. But we might wear the wig to Natchitoches tonight, but probably not. We'll probably just keep it in house and stay with what we got. But it is Halloween, and again, I really do hope that the weather clears up and allows the trick-or-treaters an opportunity to have some fun, because I know this is not definitely not ideal weather. It's funny, we sit here, we don't have any rain to speak of for 6 weeks, and then boom, here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a tragedy, falling on my head like a new emotion, and it just happens to hit right as everyone's getting ready to trick or treat. So, I wish I had like cool filters, right? Like on this camera that I could like do fun faces and stuff. I probably do, but we'll keep it remotely. We'll keep it reasonably serious. All right. So, which is probably the first time in the history of this show that's ever happened. On today's show, we talk about Derek Carr coming back for the Saints. We had another win for Rich Rod last night. I took the over, and I thought for sure we were in good shape. It was like 14-7 early in the second quarter, and then no one scored for a while. So They did not get to where I needed them to get. Did not even approach 64, which was the point total. So I'm 0-1 on the week already. Tomorrow we will have Patrick's picks and Moody's moneymakers. That will be for tomorrow's show at the normal 2:20 time. We will have Moody join us. But here's what I want to know from everyone out there today. I want to know favorite Halloween candy, favorite costume. Did you dress up as anything growing up? Are you dressing up as anything today? That's what I need to know. I need to know if anyone is doing anything for Halloween. We have a volleyball match tonight. Funny enough, Rogers, on Halloween, we're facing Houston Christian of all teams. They're the ones that are coming in. Yeah, exactly. I know Rogers is going to have all of his spooky music queued up today. But yeah, we're Halloween night. We're facing Houston Christian, Northwestern State HCU, and we'll obviously have that for you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That always sounds like a like a garbage truck trying to like get it and shift into gear at the very beginning, or like a boat that's sliding into port but like kind of hits the dock, like kind of scrapes along the dock.
I don't care who you are. That's funny right there. Now.
Thank you, Larry. Appreciate that. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. That is us. We are excited to have you with us, happy to have you with us. Hope everyone is doing well. Want to hear about your Halloweens of past, of present. Did you dress up today? Are you dressing up today? Are the kiddos going out to get some candy? I'm actually taking a big boatload of candy down to Natchitoches to hand out at the volleyball match. So I'll have a big old basket of candy down there, and then I'll have a backup bag of candy. And I'm going to give a bunch to the truck, to our folks in the truck that do such great work. We'll do some of them, give them some candy. Then we'll also have some, have some on the scorer's table. We'll give some candy out there, and we'll have plenty of stuff available. Like I want to treat the folks that are that take care of us. I want to treat them well. So. We will have that going on, and no candy being handed out here at the Netherton household tonight, unfortunately. But we'll probably have a bunch left over.
All right.
As usual, I bought way too much candy. It's what I do. It's how I operate. Never know when to say when. So I bought way too much, and it will undoubtedly. It'll just be too much. And I'll bring a bunch home.
Thank you, Mr. Know-it-all.
Yeah, maybe I'll, Rogers, I'll slip up there at some point and drop off a little bag of candy for you guys. Although I'm sure Fletcher will probably be bringing some in. Usually, once Halloween rolls around, there's usually candy. How long did the last batch of candy for Halloween last, Rogers? Till like March? Or something.
It was a pretty good while.
Yeah, that candy lasted forever. It stayed up there. I remember because the stuff that no one really liked, I think there were like some bottle caps in there, like those chalky, sweet tart like bottle caps. Those things lasted forever. Like those things were there for months. And then I remember. I want to say Fletcher brought some candy, and then I brought some candy. And then it was a whole thing. Like there was just candy for days up there. And that was actually, correct me if I'm wrong, Rogers, that was when we moved. It was kind of around the time we moved into the new studio, because we took a big thing of Halloween candy in there as well, right? I think we transferred the candy from the old studio to the new studio, but I may be completely wrong. Y'all should know how I am with time. I'm bad at it. But yeah, so we got Halloween happening. We got all kind of fun stuff going on, trick or treating. Hopefully the weather breaks off, and I'd love to know favorite candy and favorite favorite costume, stuff you've worn, all that stuff. We'd love to hear about that. All right, couple of ways you can get in touch with the show. You can call us on the Pearl Shreveport hotline, 318-RALLY-45, 318-725-5945.
Hello.
Hey, Coach O. You can also find us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426, also known as the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. We also are available for you, if you like, via 4 different streaming platforms. And again, if you want to see my afro, I would suggest you you get there quickly, because I will probably be ditching this thing after the first segment. So if you want to see the afro, all you have to do is give us a shout on the any of our streaming platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. Facebook.com/Netherton Show, YouTube.com/@Netherton Show, Twitch.tv/Netherton Show, or Twitter, which would be @PT Netherton. Those are the ways that you can find us in the streaming platform. And again, we will have the I will have this up and running. I will have the wig on for probably one segment, and then I will probably ditch the wig and put it back in the closet. Probably won't be wearing it to the volleyball match tonight, I don't believe. All right. So, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, it is Netherton Show for all of the 3 of the 4 of them, and on Twitter, it is @PT Netherton, @PT Netherton over on Twitter. Our show brought to you by the Pearl Shreveport and Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. If you want to find us and listen to us on the app, that is a good way to tune in. 1130 The Tiger. Search for that on Google Play or your iTunes App Store, and you can tune in to the audio feed. We also have they do a really nice job of dropping in a lot of stories and various things. We highly recommend the app. Just tell you, it's a good way to tune in and listen to the show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's play the theme music for the man, the myth, the legend. That would be Rogers Hampton Jr.
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy.
Hi, man.
Hello.
What is up, my dude?
Almost Friday, baby. Almost Friday.
How you sound a little rough, Rogers. The cold got you, I guess?
Yeah, this rain is not helping my nose and throat.
Yeah, I didn't figure. You told us yesterday you were starting to get a little bit of the tickle.
Yeah,
so,
this weather is not helping.
No, that is, I would imagine not. Are you you don't ever do trick-or-treating, right? You don't hand out candy, or no?
No, those days have been over.
Are gone forever, Rogers. You should just let them go.
I have.
I know. You've done a good job.
Yeah, no, I'm in a neighborhood where there are no kids. Everybody's grown. They're gone. Right. And I'm on a cul-de-sac off of a very busy street. So you really got to be going out of your way. And I'm not connected to a neighborhood where you could just park your car and walk through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We got the one little street that's a cul-de-sac, and then it comes back out, and then you have to go to the next street. So my neighborhood's not really conducive for that, but there are no kids left in the neighborhood anyway. So I'll just make sure all the lights are out just in case. But, yeah, those days of handing out candy, that went away a long, long time ago.
I get it, Rogers. It's you're in a spot where it's not exactly the easiest to find kids. And it's funny, our neighborhood, despite the fact that I live in a neighborhood that has a lot of kids, it's not we don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters. We probably get busy time, maybe 8 or 10 groups, something like that. So it's not like it's super busy or anything, but yeah, we get them on occasion. And usually we hand out candy, but again, I'm not going to be here tonight, so no candy being handed out at the Heezy tonight. We'll keep it. Like I said, I'm going to take a bunch of it down to Natchitoches tonight, and hand out candy to those folks. So hopefully they'll appreciate and enjoy the candy down in Natchitoches. I hope so anyway. Rogers, would you be upset if I got up early one morning and ran a thing of candy up to the studio, or do you need me to stay away from that?
How is that my choice?
Well, because if you don't want any excess candy in the studio, then I'll stay away. But if you do want a little candy,
I really don't eat candy that much anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I get it.
I think the last thing I got out of the machine was actually a Pop-Tart, so I can't remember the last time. Yeah, I don't eat much candy as I've gotten older, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a...
And since there's no food and drink in the studios now, it's kind of pointless.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. Yeah, we're under new draconian law for no food or drink.
That's why I think you were off on us bringing candy in it when we opened the studio, because that rule's been in effect since they opened it.
Well, I remember we had a little bag of candy in there, because it was all in wrappers, so it wasn't like it was loose chocolate or anything. It was
I just remember it being in the old studio.
I remember us having a little, I want to say it was maybe a quarter thing of candy, and then it was, we ate it all up and it was gone. I don't think we've had any since then. Of course, they have upped the ante on the rules when it comes to the studio food and drink. It used to be, okay, drinks with lids and, food, just be careful or whatever. Now it's, nothing, anything, don't do anything, whatever. Yeah, I know we had it was like the last little bits of what we had left. Do you remember when we moved into those studios, Rogers? I don't. Do you have an idea?
Off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't either. God, my memory, my memory is terrible to start with. But yeah, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. Rogers, what was your favorite candy growing up to get? What was your go-to?
I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really a Halloween guy.
No, didn't.
You got to remember when I was young enough to do that, I was living in Houston, and that's when they were putting razor.
Oh,
blades
right, the
in
razor.
apples,
Yeah. Hey, funny enough, Rogers.
In the pixie sticks.
Yeah, funny enough, Rogers. On my Facebook page, a thing popped up, and it said, "Hey, definitely make sure is." It was the anniversary of you telling the story about the cyanide in the pixie sticks. And I remember posting it on Facebook. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. And I posted on Facebook about Rogers lived through the guy who put cyanide in the pixie sticks. I did see today, Rogers, that someone was posting that they found a piece of chocolate that had a pin in it, but it also had a chainsaw in it. And it was like, they were doing it was posting a joke. It's like, it finally happened. We finally found something in our Halloween candy, and they were zoomed way in. It was like there's a pin in like a safety pin or whatever in the candy, and then they zoomed out and they were like, and also a chainsaw. And it was like connected to a chainsaw or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. Just eat candy that's wrapped. I don't know. I don't feel like people do that anymore. Who's to say? I don't know. But yeah, Rogers was there when the guy who put cyanide in the pixie sticks was there. So I get it, Rogers. I wouldn't want to do it either. If you're getting cyanide in the pixie sticks. I know, Rogers, I think Twix is probably my go-to at this point. I'm a big lover of the Twix. I love the mini Twix, especially because you don't feel as guilty. Even when you eat like 14 of them, you don't feel as guilty because they're the mini size Twix. I'm not as big on the mini Snickers, although I like my Snickers cold, even frozen sometimes. Like you put the Snickers in the freezer and it gets real crunchy. I like that. But probably mini Twix is my go-to at this point. Although I love some sour gummy worms, and I have to admit, Rogers, I went to Sam's this morning to pick up some candy. Again, not to hand out for Halloween, but to take down to Natchitoches to hand out to the folks in Natchitoches. And I I was torn. You knew Sam's was going to have really good deals on like big assorted bags of candy, and there was one that was like peanut M&Ms, Twix, Snickers, something else, and then there was one that was like also Twix, also Snickers, but then like Skittles and there was some other candy, and then like a sugar type candy, not a chocolate type candy. And then something else, and then there was a bag that was all sugar type candies, like sour gummy worms, gummy bears, the little sweet tarts, the nerd gummy ropes, gummy clusters or whatever, like all of that stuff. And I'm sitting there, and I've got all three of them in front of me, and I'm like, well, what do I get? Do I get the the chocolates are a little redundant, but like this one has Skittles in it as well as, having peanut M&Ms, but this one has regular M&Ms, but it doesn't have any sort of like sweet sugar component, like not chocolate. And Rogers, you know what I did? I got all of them. I was like, whatever, man, it's Halloween. Like I just got all three. And so I made a little basket. I found a basket, and I made a basket of candy. And then there's a spare bag of candy. And all of that is going to Natchitoches with me for our Halloween show, and I intend to have it there on the table and let whoever wants to get it. Like have at it, go get it, go get you some. I'm definitely about that life. So okay, Rogers. Well, I will not bring any candy up to the studio. Then I'll keep it away from you. Assuming I have some left, which I've got to imagine I will, because I've got something in the neighborhood of like 450 pieces of candy that I'm taking to Natchitoches, and maybe they'll all get et. I don't think they will. They're also doing a costume contest in Natchitoches for the volleyball match tonight. It's at 6:30, by the way. If anyone wants to see what costume that me and my color analyst are going to be wearing, you can feel free to check that out. Have a little watch. Will be the pregame show will start right at 6:30, and you will be able to see our costumes right then and there. So definitely make that happen. We'd love to have you. Patrick Netherton Show, 11:30 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Our show brought to you by the fine folks at Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, and the Pearl Shreveport Hotline. Trey over on the YouTube channel said Butterfinger. Yeah, it's weird. I used to be a big Butterfinger guy. Like back in the day, I was big on Butterfinger. I have since, I don't want to say changed. Butterfinger's not my favorite anymore. I've kind of gotten away from it. I've gotten to where I really like the chocolate caramel combination. I think I mentioned that I bought some sea salt caramels that Sam's sells, and those things are magnificent, like just magnificent. So I've kind of gotten away a little bit from the idea of that Butterfinger and more to the side of caramel and chocolate. So Milky Way, Twix, those kind of things are a little bit more in my wheelhouse. So here's what I want to know. Is anybody dressing up today? And what would be the best sports costume to wear? Right? Like what's the best sports costume? It could be a person. Remember everyone dressed as Steve Bartman back, 15 years ago. Should we all dress as that dude that ripped Mookie Betts' hand off during the game? By the way, congratulations to the Dodgers finishing it off and going ahead and winning the World Series. The Yankees made history. We'll talk a little bit about that. And would love to know sports costumes and favorite candies. That's what I want to hear. And is anyone trick-or-treating tonight? Would love to know all about that. Give us a shout. You can find us, again, on the Pearl Shreveport hotline, 318-725-5945, or you can text us at 318-657-0426. We got our sweet pimp chain going on here. We got our Mr. Cutter wig that's about to be taken off. So if you didn't catch it in the first segment, you ain't going to see it the rest of the time. We'll take a break, come back. It is the Twilight Zone.
How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like the new Saints score ticket from the lottery.
Here you go.
Just holding this ticket makes me feel like I'm at the game.
That would be a dream.
Here we go, folks. This is it. They're lined up for the field goal. This will be a booming attempt. Ball is snapped. Kick is away. It's high enough, long enough. It's good! Saints score! Saints score! Saints score!
Get into the game and play Saints Score from the lottery. Win up to 15 times. Win up to $100,000. Enter the second chance drawings for game experiences, merchandise, and the grand prize, a 2025 Saints season ticket package.
Woo! Saints score! Saints score!
Sir,
Saints
wake
score!
up! Wake up!
Oh, it's like I was in the game.
With Saints Score, you are.
Score big with Saints Score from the lottery. Top prize $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Get ready for a Tiger takeover in Shreveport Bossier on December 8th at the Brookshire's Grocery Arena. The Grambling Tigers will take on the LSU Tigers for an unforgettable night of women's basketball right in our own backyard. Tip-offs at 7 p.m. and tickets are on sale now. Buy your tickets early for the best seats for the Tiger takeover on December 8th at Brookshire's Grocery Arena. Visit shreveportbossier.org/sports for all the details.
Shreveport Bossier's own Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl is set for December 28th, and iBowl Weekly is your road to the bowl. Tune in each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. right here on 1130 The Tiger. Radiance Technologies iBowl tickets are on sale now, so get them while they're hot, and be right here each week for Inside the iBowl, Wednesday 6 to 7 on 1130 The Tiger. Shreveport Bossier's own Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl is set for December 28th.
Order for Jennifer C. Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double hot, double whip, double sleeve? Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine? Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year? Well, I do now. Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year? Yeah, you just said that. Did you say I just said that? Yeah, I'm cutting you off. Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn, we match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Shop early, save big, all month long during Black Friday build-up at Lowe's. Right now, get select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees starting at just $59.98. Don't wait to save. Shop these deals today, in-store or online, because Lowe's knows deals. Discount taken at time of purchase while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinners 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special Pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Michael and Justin Greene have great news about Bobby L. Greene, your home team.
We saw the need for a heating and cooling contractor that could do the same thing that we've offered plumbing services for many, many years, and we decided to jump into the AC and heating space.
We just saw the opportunity to provide another service to our customers, to be a one-stop shop, to take care of their needs and be there and provide the same quality service that we've always provided.
3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, 318-631-0235.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Have you heard? There's a new Superfan Superstore in Shreveport. It's the Tiger Den. Across from Jimmy Grande Outdoors in the Shreveport Auto Mall. Your one-stop shop for LSU, Tech, Ole Miss, Arkansas, and now Saints and Cowboys clothing for men, women, and kids, plus LSU boots, shoes, and hundreds of caps. Shop the Tiger Den this week and get 40% off a big selection of LSU cutter and buck polos for women and men, and save 40% off on a huge selection of straw hats.
Come see us at the Tiger Den across from Jimmy Cronje Outdoors at the Shreveport Auto Mall.
Let's get to the meat of the matter with producer Rogers Hampton.
Hey, boy!
Here's your master of ceremonies, Patrick Netherton.
Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM, now with natural hair. Although it did leave a little, got a little indentation on my head from that wig. I don't know what that was all about. A little like a refugee. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Don't forget, you can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And again, while you're there, please like, please subscribe, please follow. All of those things are good for our metrics. So please do that. We greatly appreciate that. That would be a great help to us. All right. If you want to get in touch with the show, call us on the Pearl Shreveport hotline, 318-RALLY-45, 318-725-5945. Or you can text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. Don't forget to send in your Pearl Upset Special picks, taking those all the way till game time, really, on Saturday or Sunday. All you have to do is just send us a text message over on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, the biggest underdog that you believe will win outright. The biggest underdog that you believe will win outright. You text us that, and you will have an opportunity to win a $50 gift card to the Pearl. Speaking of the Pearl, 70th and Fern Avenue, getting ready for their special this week, which Robert has sent to us, and it is an absolute doozy. If you have not didn't hear me talking about it before, it is impressive. Pan-seared rainbow trout with crab bienville, also rainbow carrots, and roasted potatoes. All of that available to you. That is incredible. That's the chef's special Friday through Sunday. So feel free to check that out at the Pearl. It is absolutely that's absolutely exactly where you what you want to be doing. Is definitely want to make sure that you are getting out to the Pearl, 70th and Fern Avenue. It is absolutely the best in the business, the absolute best. So go check them out. Tell Robert that we said hello, of course, and that you came there because of the Patrick Netherton Show. That helps us out. That lets them know that their advertising dollars are being spent wisely. So please go try it out and become among the hundreds and hundreds of converts that are that are part of this and part of the reason why you want to be a part of the Pearl Army, if you will. The Pearl Army. It's very real. It's very large, and it is very impressive, to say the least. So go check them out at the Pearl in Shreveport. And again, sign up for the Pearl Shreveport Upset Special at on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 657-0HAM, 657-0426. That is, that's what you're looking for. All right. Had the World Series end yesterday, and it was kind of a fait accompli, right? Like the Dodgers were going to win. They came back. There was a really weird inning that happened in the middle of that. By the way, while you weren't looking, this happened. the Yankees became the only team in Major League Baseball history in either the regular season or the postseason, right? This is the first time this has ever happened since earned runs became an official stat in 1913. All right, so we're talking 111 years that this has never happened. The Yankees blew a 5+ run lead, allowed 5+ unearned runs, committed 3+ errors, committed a catcher's interference, and a balk. That had never happened in a single game in Major League Baseball history. Blow a 5+ run lead, allow 5+ unearned runs, commit 3+ errors, commit catcher's interference, and a balk. And that happened last night. Like, just an insane thing that happened. Basically, one inning that was just the worst that you've ever seen. Dave Roberts gets to get the title. Dodgers just got it done, man. They just got it done. Freddie Freeman had an incredible series. You were dealing with an injured best player on the planet. So you add all that together, and it was just a find a way to get it done, and they did. The Dodgers became the first team since the Yankees with multiple World Series titles and a winning percentage of .640 or better over a 5-season span. That's what they did from 2020 to 2024. And the Yankees were the last team to do it from 1953 to 1957. And again, did it with Shohei Ohtani being a little banged up. Got Walker Buehler, who came in and shut the door. And it was just impressive. It was impressive. The thing that got me, and Rogers, I'm curious, I know your feelings on certain players that leave Houston to go elsewhere. Obviously, one of those is one of the frontline starters for the Yankees. How did you feel about Garrett Cole not covering first base on that play, Rogers? Was that a tee-hee-hee? Do you have any feelings about Garrett Cole anyway or the other?
Oh, no. I hate the Yankees no matter what.
Right,
so
sure.
It doesn't
I know
matter
that.
who they are now. And after what those two ding-dong fans did, I'm glad it went down the way it did. They don't deserve to be champions because they're classless.
Yeah. I just didn't know if he was one of those.
And then for Cole to give the attitude like it was the first baseman's fault.
Yeah, that's one of those deals where, look, it's a veteran pitcher and a veteran first baseman. Like, y'all have to be better than that. If nothing else, if you're Garrett Cole, you've got to sprint to the bag until you see that. And it was what's his face, the former Cub, right? That Rizzo, wasn't he the one that was at first?
I think
it
so.
was Rizzo.
I didn't watch any of the
I didn't watch any of it either. I saw a little bit of the replays.
I hate both teams.
Sure.
I hate both teams.
Sure. How do you? But are you is Garrett Cole? Do you have the same sort of feelings toward him as you did to like James Harden?
I never was really a Cole guy, to be honest with you.
Rogers, you're a pretty cool guy now. Come on now. You're a pretty cool guy.
He's kind of a weird jerk dude, so I never really kind of liked him. And then as soon as he was a free agent after the playoff loss, he's in the playoffs and took his Astros hat off and had on like a business hat.
Right.
Hell with that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, once you become a Yankee, that's it. I'm done with you anyway.
I will say this, Rogers. He's probably one of those guys that doesn't benefit from the whole no facial hair for the Yankees thing. Yankees aren't allowed to have facial hair sort of thing. Like, he looked a lot better with a beard when he was with the Astros than he ever has as a Yankee.
And that's another thing. That no facial hair, they're grown-ass men. If they want to grow a beard, let them grow a damn beard, man. You're not at boarding school. You're paying these guys millions of dollars. Let them do what they want to with their facial hair and their hair.
I agree with you, Rogers.
I just think that's ridiculous for an organization to make. That's just, it's so stupid.
I
In
agree.
this day and age we live in now, and every other team you can do what you want. That's just more pretentiousness right there. That just makes me hate the Yankees even more.
Yeah, it's such a weird, antiquated thing to start with. Like, come on, man. I understand if you don't want, like, hey guys, we're not going to wear political stuff, right? Like whichever Bosa it was that rolled in with the Trump hat, like, we don't wear political stuff, like for either side. Don't have crazy facial hair, like insane hair. That I get that. Keep it reasonable. But the idea that you can't have facial hair at all is just like, let me tell you something, Rogers. Okay. I need to preface this by saying no one is offering me millions of dollars, okay? Rogers, if someone offered me, $10 million a year and were like, hey, we need you to have a mohawk and cut all of your facial hair, I'd be like, done. Like, let's go, 100%. Because you're paying me, $10 million a year or whatever. But if I go to an organization and it's just a regular organization and their thing is, hey, we don't do facial hair, well, the first thing I'm going to do is go, well, why the hell not? Like, let me tell you something. I look so much better with a beard than I do without a beard. Like, Hambone, you've known me since my pre-beard days. When I don't have a chin. Like, the chin it's not the worst non-chin you've ever seen, but I don't have one. Like, my chin is very nondescript. Like, I'm a little too jowly. So you get me to shave my facial hair, you're not going to like the results. I'm just telling you. I actually thought not too long ago, I thought about just going ahead and shaving the beard off just to kind of just refresh the face a little bit. And I realized that, no, I don't. I went back and looked at some old pictures of myself without a beard. And I'm like, no, I don't. That's not a good look. Even when I had the goatee, when I was working with Brando and that crew, I realized I should have had a full beard. Like, I would have looked so much better and more presentable with the full beard on the Brando show than I did even with the goatee. And obviously goatees have kind of gone out of style over the last 10, 15 years or so. But yeah, I definitely, I need to wear a beard. Like, that is a make me look presentable thing as much as it is anything else. So we need it. All right. If you want to get in touch with us, you can. Feel free to text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426, or you can text us on the Pearl Shreveport hotline at 318-RALLY-45, 318-725-5945. Take a look on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. Randy Bradford said, awesome game last night. Love the Yankees' defeat. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are in that same boat, right? A lot of people that are pulling against the Yankees as much as they are pulling for the Dodgers. And in the case of, like Rogers, would it be fair to say that you hate the Yankees more than you hate the Dodgers? So you would, I guess, rather the Dodgers win if that's what it came down to, because your hatred for the Yankees is more? No,
I hate them both equally.
Oh, really? I thought you kind of had a little more enmity for the Yankees than the Dodgers.
No, and then throw in all Dallas teams, and you got my trifecta.
Okay, yeah, you talked about L.A., New York, and Dallas. So I don't know why. I just thought, especially with the whole cheating thing and all of that, I thought maybe you had a little more vitriol saved for the Yankees than anyone else.
No, I hate them both equally.
Okay. So, like, meteor hits the stadium and neither one wins the World Series. You're like, okay, cool. That sounds good to me. Like, both teams had a really bad bout of dysentery and we can't complete the World Series. Like, oh, well, I guess no one's winning it. And Rogers is over there fist pumping at his home. Yeah. Also, got to be careful of that dysentery. Yeah, used to die on the Oregon Trail of dysentery all the time. Elvis Presto texting in on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 657-0426. Elvis Presto said the best sports costume, Elvis Presto, of course. I mean, I would hope you would say Elvis Presto, buddy. Like, that would make sense. I wonder when Elvis Presto's last appearance was. Let's see. I love the fact that the Super Bowl had Elvis Presto in it. I want to know when the last time Elvis Presto was made an appearance. Also, I love the fact that there are so many articles out about the 1989 Super Bowl performer, magician Elvis Presto, who basically did magic tricks. What a amazing thing. The Super Bowl halftime show in 1989 was referred to as Bebop Bamboozled. It featured a 1950s theme, an Elvis impersonator, 3D effects, and a magic trick. Show began with a pre-taped intro by Bob Costas, followed by a 3D Diet Coke commercial. The show then began with Elvis Presto, the performance's MC, appearing from inside a jukebox. Various songs were performed, most of them not Elvis Presley songs. Among the stunts in the show was the appearance of dancers defying gravity by leaning horizontally against parking meters. 3D visual graphics were incorporated into the broadcast, and a card trick was performed where Elvis Presto urged the stadium audience to pick one of 4 cards, and an applause meter indicated which card the audience had chosen. The critical reception, many outlets have retrospectively ranked the show as among the worst halftime performances. That's unhappy. Apparently, Elvis Presto was played by solid gold dancer Alex Cole. They did Blue Suede Shoes and Burning Love. He was not originally the person to impersonate Elvis. He was the choreographer for another person who had played Elvis on Broadway, but he backed out. So Alex Cole, the dancer, was cast in his place. Just wild. Just wild. Just magnificent. When, Up with People, right? I'll be honest with you. The halftime shows are the halftime shows, and they're fine. But man, I miss the old marching bands and Up with People and Elvis Presto. I miss the weird, ridiculous halftime shows. I really do. Demon alum on the Bobby L. Greene plumbing text line said the Yankees players looked lazy to me. Thoughts? Well, I'll be honest, I didn't watch a whole lot of it. Matter of fact, I don't think I watched any of it. Now that I think about it. I couldn't care less about, unlike Rogers, who hates the Yankees and the Dodgers, I don't care either way about the Yankees or Dodgers. Had Cleveland been in there, right, then I would have watched. Maybe not a ton, but I would have watched a bit because of the David Fry connection, right? I would have watched some of that. But I definitely would not have. Definitely didn't watch the Yankees and the Dodgers. I just didn't care enough, and Major League Baseball is not enough in my fandom to make me want to watch it simply because it is the World Series. I'll watch the Super Bowl because it's the Super Bowl, even if it's 2 teams I don't give a damn about. I'll watch the National Championship because it's the National Championship, regardless of which 2 teams are playing. So yeah, I can't say that I watched any of that. It just definitely wasn't in my wheelhouse, that's for sure. All right, don't forget to keep sending in your upset special picks on the Bobby L. Greene plumbing text line, 318-6570-HAM, 318-657-0426. And I will say this, The idea that the World Series ended yesterday, and already we are immediately talking about Juan Soto and his free agency. right? Like I have a little bit of an issue, and Tim Brando, our old buddy Timmy B, tweeted about this, and he's right. Like, people couldn't wait. They couldn't get to past the World Series fast enough. All right, what is Soto going to do in free agency? Is he going to demand the highest contract that's ever been? Like, can we at least just enjoy the World Series for a day before we turn around and all of a sudden it's everything about Juan Soto? We're already asking him about his free agency. I mean, come on. So, I mean, they literally asked him after they lost to the Dodgers in Game 5. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a good experience. I think every player in the big leagues want to experience this, so it's so exciting to see how it's going to be. I'm proud of the year that Juan had, said teammate Aaron Judge. It was fun to come to work with him every day. Even when the guy was hitting .320, I'd see him hitting late after games. If he had an offer, he was showing up early doing work. Whatever he decides, whatever him and his family decide, he's going to make the right decision for him. We were definitely lucky to have him here, and it was great. Would be great to keep playing with him because he's definitely a special player. Like, literally, there's a whole story here with all kind of quotes from all of these different players about Juan Soto's free agency. And they're asking that question right after the Yankees lost the World Series. That's wild to me. It's wild to me that how fast the focus shifts and moves. Like, I don't understand that, to be honest with you. Let's let the Dodgers enjoy their victory. Let's give the Yankees a couple of days to sort of go through it, and then let's start asking the questions about free agency. But right after the game, I don't understand that, to be honest with you. I don't get it. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Yeah, so the fifth inning, which was the Garrett Cole not covering first inning, that was bad. He was on the mound pitching on 4 days rest. He had held the Dodgers scoreless and hitless over 4 innings. He'd only thrown 49 pitchers. Only base runner reached on a walk. Everything fell apart in the fifth. Enrique Hernandez hit a leadoff single. Tommy Edman, a routine line drive to Judge in center field. However, he flubbed it. First error in 2024, either the regular season or the postseason. 5 pitches after that, Will Smith hit a ground ball to the shortstop. The Gold Glove winner, Anthony Volpe, fielded it cleanly, short-hopped his throw to the third baseman, Jazz Chisholm, to try to get the lead runner. It didn't work. Fielder's choice, bases loaded, nobody out. Cole then struck out Gavin Lux on 4 pitches. Then Shohei Ohtani, 4 pitches later, strikeout. Obviously, if Judge makes the catch in center or they get the out at third, inning over. Then it seemed like everything would be fine. Mookie Betts hits a little easy ground ball to Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo stayed back instead of charging it. So Cole started to head to first base, but then stopped. And Cole said, I took a bad angle to the ball. I really wasn't sure how hard he hit it. I took a direct angle to it as if to cut it off because I didn't know how hard he'd hit it. By the time the ball got by me, I was not in a position to cover first. Neither of us were. So that brought in a run on an infield single. Then Freddie Freeman hit a 2-run single to center field. Hernandez followed with a game-tying 2-run double to left center. And boom, the game was tied. After throwing 49 pitches through the first 4 innings, Garrett Cole needed 38 pitches to get through the 5th. Game remained tied. They get to the 7th, and obviously everything would change, and the Dodgers would end up winning. But that's one of those, if Judge, that's one of those where 3 little things that you practice and work on repeatedly from spring training to basically every day in practice. I mean, every day in practice, you pitchers practice going to first and fielding ground balls, fielding throws from their teammates. Right, that happens every day. It's called PIP, pitchers infield practice, and or PFP, pitchers fielding practice. It should be PIP. That makes more sense. But PFP, it happens every day. Pitchers come off the mound, roll to first, get a toss from first baseman, second baseman, something in that area, and you move along. But Cole read it wrong, didn't realize he needed to cover the bag, was trying to go to the ball got by him, and by that point, Betts was already ahead of him on the base pass, so even if he tried to turn around and run to first, he wouldn't have gotten there in time. And Rizzo was staying back on the ball because it had some odd spin, so no one covered first, and that brought a run in. Then a single, then a double. And all of these things where you could have gotten out of this inning with the Judge catch in center field, with the throw to third that got away, the one-hop throw to third from shortstop to third base that should have been a force out there. Then Cole gets 2 strikeouts. If he covers first after that, then the inning's over, no damage. If even after giving up the run, don't give up a single, don't give up a double, the game doesn't end up tied. And that gave the Dodgers all the life they needed. And then it was after that, it felt like it was a little bit of a done deal. You're up 5-0. You had gotten all over Flaherty for 4 earned in an inning and a third. You were handling your business. Then you turn around and go give up the 5-run inning, 3 errors, all of that. Then you give up a 2-run 8th and couldn't get anything going after that. And they did it. The Dodgers did it with, look at how the Yankees scored. Judge homered to right. Chisholm homered to right. Stanton homered to right. Which, by the way, the right field at Yankee Stadium is insane. The fact that the number of home runs that get hit at Yankee Stadium that would not be home runs elsewhere is ridiculous. It is really ridiculous. So, I mean, just the entire outfield dimensions of Yankee Stadium is really insane. So you have that, and then you look at how the Dodgers scored. Infield single to first, single to center, double to center, sac fly to center, sac fly to center. The Dodgers score in better ways. Meanwhile, for the Yankees, it's homer, 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 and then 1 sac fly and 1 single. So you got to respect the way the Dodgers play. They end up winning nearly 100 games. Crazy enough, nobody won 100 games this year, which is pretty wild to see. Normally normally teams seem to find a way to win 100 games during the course of the season, but did not happen this year. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'd love to hear from you on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. Give us a shout. And don't forget to keep sending in your Pearl Upset special picks as well. It's the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Also with you on also with you on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Find us in any of those locations. Stream us, like, follow, subscribe, send us a message. We'd love to hear from you on this spooktacular edition of the Patrick Netherton Show.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-630-9723 now. now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. Call 800-564-9170 now. 800-564-9170. That's 800-564-9170. What do you have to lose? Call 800-564-9170. Again, 800-564-9170.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. This made us wonder, what if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey there, Shreveport. Are you tired of boring cookie-cutter marketing campaigns that put you to sleep faster than a lullaby? Then it's time to switch to Town Square Shreveport. We're not your average marketing agency. Our team of experts is like the Avengers of advertising, with each member bringing their unique superpowers to the table. Need a killer social media strategy? We've got you covered. Want a website that looks like it was designed by a unicorn? We can make it happen. Need a radio commercial that's funnier than your grandpa's jokes? Well, we can't promise that, but we'll try our best. At Town Square Shreveport, we don't just create marketing campaigns, we create experiences that people will remember for years to come. So if you want to be the talk of the town, call us for your free business analysis at 318-688-1130. 318-688-1130. Town Square Shreveport. We're not just good, we're hilarious. Okay, maybe not hilarious, but we're definitely worth a shot.
Wendy's breakfast burrito has an entire breakfast in every bite. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, and sausage or bacon. So the first bite is like fresh cracked American cheese sauce. Bacon. And the second bite is like fresh cracked American cheese sauce. Bacon. You get the idea. And now, get yours with $1 any size soft drink. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you gotta hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe, and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflush.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflush.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free, so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflush.com.
Michael and Justin Greene have great news about Bobby L. Greene, your home team.
We saw the need for a heating and cooling contractor that could do the same thing that we've offered plumbing services for many, many years, and we decided to jump into the AC and heating space.
We just saw the opportunity to provide another service to our customers, to be a one-stop shop, to take care of their needs and be there and provide the same quality service that we've always provided.
3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, 318-631-0235.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special Pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
1033 FM at 1130 The Tiger, your home for Houston Texans football all season long. KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 1033 FM and 1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
A good time is in the air. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Show 1130 The Tiger 103.3 FM. So we got going on Spirit in the Sky. So the Sun Belt just put out their tournament bracket for basketball. This is one of the most insane things I've ever seen. Okay, so the tournament for the Sun Belt basketball is going to take place over the course of a week from Tuesday, March the 4th to Monday, March the 10th. And this is how the tournament will go. The first round will be the bottom 4 seeds. There's 14 teams in the Sun Belt. All right, bottom 4 teams will play each other. 11 plays 14, 12 plays 13. They're on opposite sides of the bracket. That is on Tuesday, March the 4th. On Wednesday, March the 5th, the winner of the 12-13 game will play the 9 seed. And the winner of the 11-14 game will play the 10 seed. That's all. 2 games on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, the winner of the 9 versus 12-13 will play the 8 seed. And the winner of the 10 versus 11-14 will play the 7 seed. That's all on Thursday, 2 games. Then on Friday, the winner of the 8 seed versus whoever will play the 5 seed. And the winner of the 7 seed versus whoever will play the 6 seed. That's on Friday. Then on Saturday, the winner of the 5 seed versus whomever will play the 4 seed, and the winner of the 6 seed, whomever, will play the 3 seed. That's Saturday. That's the quarterfinals. The semifinals on Sunday, now 5 full days after the start of the tournament. The 1 seed will face whoever comes out of the 4, 5, 8, 9, 12, 13 bracket. And the 2 seed will face whoever comes out of the 3, 6, 7, 10, 11, 14 bracket. That's the semifinals on Sunday. And then on Monday is the championship, which means the 9 and 10 seed get a bye. The 7 and 8 seed get a double bye. The 5 and 6 seed get a triple bye. The 3 and 4 seed get a quadruple bye. And the 1 and 2 seed will get a quintuple bye. I have never, ever, ever heard of this in my entire life. But the 1 and 2 seed in the Sun Belt tournament will get a quintuple bye. Not a double bye, not a triple bye, quintuple bye. Like what world are we living in? That is wild. I'm not going to lie. That is absolutely crazy to have a quintuple. Like it, I don't know that I've ever seen. And if you look at the bracket, and I can show the bracket to folks that are that are watching the stream. Like I'd also just quote tweeted it on my Twitter feed. But if you look at the bracket, it's like an insane. It's like this giant wedge. Like it's just insane looking. It is completely bonkers to have this sort of a bracket. I've never seen a quintuple bye before. This is insanity. And by the way, if you are one of the lower seeds, like if you're the 11, 12, 13, and 14, you could play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in the course of 6 days. Like, what? I mean, technically it's seven games over 7 days, but like, I mean, I get it. You're very much protecting your high seeds, and I do appreciate the high seeds being protected. There should be protection for the teams that had the best years. I very much believe that. But what an insane thing to have to go through. And I'm assuming the women's tournament is the same, and that's why there's only 2 games a day, because the women's side is also playing at the same time, I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. But what a just bizarre way to handle your tournament. But hey, I guess whatever works for you, I guess. Have at it. That's I guess one way to do it. Let's see what else we got going on. Obviously big weekend for both the Cowboys and the Saints. The idea that they're kind of both must wins at this point, right? I don't know. It feels like this is must-win territory for both teams. It really does. Like the Saints don't have any more. They really can't afford anymore. Especially you can't lose to Carolina, right? You can't go to Carolina and lose. At least for the Cowboys, they're playing. They're playing representative teams in the last few weeks. Obviously, the Saints, playing the Panthers, you've got to win. Cowboys have the Falcons, who have been really good this year. I don't know. At what point, as a Cowboys fan, does it ever get loud enough that Jerry Jones actually pulls the trigger on himself? I mean that figuratively, not literally. Like, I don't know. Does it? I don't know that it will. I don't think that Jerry's ego will allow him to. Marco said, shoot, I missed the wig. I think some cobwebs on that gothic headboard would have been appropriate for today. Well, you don't know that there aren't some cobwebs on there. You don't know how well I clean my room, Marco. So there could be. Oh, also I meant to mention this. Yesterday I went to get my hair cut yesterday morning, and I was just chilling, waiting on my barber to be done. I've used him for about probably 40 years now or so. And I was just kind of chilling, waiting. He had a good crowd, so I was just kind of waiting on him to get done. And a guy walks up and says, "Patrick, what's up, man? I love the show." And I'm like, "Hey, thanks, appreciate it." He goes, "I'm Madeo." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." He goes, "Except that's not how it's pronounced." And I'm like, "Oh," and he's like, "No, it's Modeo." And I'm like, "Okay." He said Fletcher gave him that nickname, which, Rogers, you know better than I do. Apparently, Fletcher gives nicknames for his texters. I just let my texters call themselves whatever they want. I don't frankly care that much. But I guess Fletcher nicknamed him Modeo, and I've been calling him Modeo, like Rodeo Drive, instead of Rodeo, like, Modeo, like rodeo. But yeah, Modeo stopped me, and he was like, "I don't care." He goes, "Fletcher gave me that name anyway." He's like, I don't care what how you call me." But yeah, got to run into a listener. That's always cool, man. If you listen to the show, always feel come up and say hi. I know I kind of joke about the fact that I'm a little more curmudgeonly than Rogers is when it comes to that stuff. Rogers is the, "Hey boy, how you doing? How's your mom and them?" all that, and I'm a little bit more, "Hey, good to meet you," kind of. And it's somewhat true. Rogers, compared to me, at least in terms of sort of outward ebullience, is definitely different. Like, Rogers is definitely more outwardly sort of effusive and happy and all of that than I am. I'm definitely the opposite of that. But I don't want you to think that means I don't want you to come up and say hello. How you doing, that kind of stuff, right? Like, that's all fine. Like, I love seeing people. I love saying hi to folks. I love knowing you're a fan, or you listen to the show, or you hate the show, whatever. Come up and say hi and introduce yourself. That's always great. Always enjoy that. And then sometimes it turns into you come in and you big fan of the show, and you got your whole family there with you, and you sit at the table next to us, and Rogers and your family just end up having a whole basically meal together, although you're at the table next to each other. That's happened before. And by the way, got real loud in there. I left after a bit, and they were still going. Hambone and this one of our people that enjoys the show, and I believe, Rogers, both the husband and the wife listened. Is that right? I think both of them listened. And maybe the wife more than the husband. I don't remember. But anyway, they were great, had their kids there, and so we were just sitting next to each other eating, and Hambone was enjoying a libation or two, and him and that family, they just got louder and louder, and I finally bugged out. I mean, I had to get home anyway, but I finally bugged out, and they were still going, just having a big old time. So yeah, it's enjoyable, man. It really is. It's nice to know that people are listening. It's nice to know that people care and kind of pay attention. Like, all of that is good. So we do appreciate that. If you are someone who does listen to the show, and you see Rogers out, you see me out, you see Fletcher out, please at least just say hi, if nothing else. Now, if you don't want to engage in a whole conversation, I get it. Like, I'm kind of one of those people. I don't tend to engage in massive conversations like Rogers, but I still would love to hear from folks. Really would. That makes us happy. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, let's chat a little bit about this helmet communication story. This has been kind of odd, where could we have another Connor Stallions moment? We'll talk about that. And then whatever else is on your mind, we'd love to hear from you. It's the Patrick Netherton Show, Halloween edition. Still want to know what your favorite candy is, and what's your favorite Halloween costume, maybe that you've worn or someone else has worn. I'd love to hear from you. Let us know. That one little kid that dressed up as Ron Washington back in the day, the old manager for the Rangers, that was hilarious. So give us a shout. Let us know what's on your mind on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. It's the Patrick Netherton Show. We'll be right back.
Hey, just stop by to say hello, and my gosh, look how busy it is in here. How'd you get all these customers?
Yeah, this month has been a record breaker. You know, for a long time, we had decent business coming in by word of mouth, but we weren't growing. Lately, though, a lot of folks have been finding us online, and that's made all the difference.
That's terrific. I wish I could figure out how to do that with my shop, but I have no idea where to start.
Just do what I did. It's not as hard as you think. Go to mylocalcustomers.com to see exactly how many searches there are for businesses just like yours.
Okay, then what?
Well, if you see there are a good number of clients searching in our area, you'll also get some suggestions for the best way to get their attention.
Do you think there are a lot of people searching for my business?
Only one way to find out. Go to mylocalcustomers.com. It's quick, easy, and free. Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free local customer analysis that will show you how many customers are searching online for your type of business. It's quick, easy, and free. Visit mylocalcustomers.com. That's mylocalcustomers.com.
What's better than one win? 3 wins. With Straight Savings, you keep your own phone, get one line for only $25 a month with real unlimited data, and get rewarded with a $200 phone credit after 12 months. It's a win-win-win. Head to Walmart or visit straighttalk.com today. Switch to Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Straight Savings Plan enrollment requires compatible unlocked device and new line of service. Bonus device credit requires 12 months of active service. Offer ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. Taxes and fees apply. For network management practices, see Straight Talk's terms and conditions.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a MyLowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals every week on everyday essentials, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at lowes.com/MyLowe'sRewards because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See lowes.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Michael and Justin Greene have great news about Bobby L. Greene, your home team.
We saw the need for a heating and cooling contractor that could do the same thing that we've offered plumbing services for many, many years, and we decided to jump into the AC and heating space.
We just saw the opportunity to provide another service to our customers, to be a one-stop shop, to take care of their needs and be there and provide the same quality service that we've always provided.
3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, 318-631-0235.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Have you heard? There's a new Superfan Superstore in Shreveport. It's the Tiger Den, across from Jimmy Grande Outdoors in the Shreveport Auto Mall. Your one-stop shop for LSU, Tech, Ole Miss, Arkansas, and now Saints and Cowboys clothing for men, women, and kids. Plus LSU boots, shoes, and hundreds of caps. Shop the Tiger Den this week and get 40% off a big selection of LSU cutter and buck polos for women and men. And save 40% off on a huge selection of straw hats.
Come see us at the Tiger Den across from Jimmy Grande Outdoors at the Shreveport Auto Mall.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. Halloween coming up. Looks like a lot of the rain is gone. I'm gonna check the radar real quick and double check. Looks like the rain's kind of pulled out. And hopefully the rest of the evening is good for the trick-or-treaters. So get out and enjoy. Just don't come to my house. All of my candy is going to be down in Natchitoches with me, handing that out to all the fine folks down working the and attending and playing in and refereeing and all that. The volleyball match tonight between Northwestern State and Houston Christian. Which, again, I find it hilarious that you're playing Houston Christian, the Demons versus the Christians on Halloween. What better night for the Demons to be playing, right? The Demons have to win on Halloween. That's the only thing that makes sense. It's also a cool story. You got two sisters playing against each other. Anna and Teresa Garza are both playing against each other with a mom who's in the Texas Longhorns Hall of Fame as a former volleyball player. And their father, who was a pitcher at Sam Houston, who passed away, is in wore number 34. And both daughters wear number 17, so basically half of their father. So, yeah, a lot of interesting, cool storylines and stuff that we'll talk about throughout the course of the show. And we're going to dress up. We'll have a little Halloween costume on. Maybe it'll be the afro. Probably not, but maybe. You never know. It'd be tough to get the headset on with the afro, so that could make it tough. But yeah, we'll probably dress up. Do a little something dressed up there. We'll make that happen. But yeah, if you want to tune into that, it'll be on ESPN Plus, and that will be at 6:30. Over on ESPN Plus, and you know Rogers Hampton's going to be handling that. By the way, so there was an issue with the new helmet communications system that you may remember has been going into effect in college football at the Power 4 level. So. Apparently, according to sources that talked to ESPN, the communications to the helmet have been unencrypted. They were on unencrypted frequencies. Texas Tech requested a report from the Big 12 on its recent games against TCU and Baylor that were both losses to ensure the integrity of the games were not compromised. Athletic Director Kirby Hocutt said that he raised the issue during a call with Big 12 athletic directors on Tuesday after learning that anyone with a scanner and knowledge of how to locate the frequencies had access to those in-game communications. The Big 12 conducted a review of conference games and helmet communication processes to address member institutions' raised issues that they raised. The review showed that at no point was any Big 12 competition compromised. So here's what I got to know. How do you know that? Like, how do you conduct an investigation as the Big 12 and know that the helmet communication was not? Like, how do you know no one was listening? The all Big 12 helmet communication programs now have an update that provides encryption. And Hocutt, the AD, said, we've got to have a game whose integrity is not questionable in any way on a Saturday afternoon. The revelation that college football teams have not been using encrypted frequencies has frustrated several Big 12 ADs who believe that all Power 4 schools had the same encrypted setup used in the NFL, which apparently was not the case. So football operations folks for the SEC, Big 12, Big 10, and ACC have worked together with this company in the 4 weeks since to investigate concerns and move to a more encrypted and secure platform. Of course, all of this stems from the Connor Stallions issue with Michigan, sign stealing, all of that. A source at one Big 12 school told ESPN that his staff purchased a scanner earlier this month upon learning of the potential vulnerability and was successful in locating their own coach-to-player communication frequency during a practice. That frequency does not broadcast all headset communication between coaches, but merely what the coach says to the player on the field. So it's that when you see the coach sending in the play call and it's cut off 15 seconds before the snap, that's what they'd be listening to, not the coaches talking to each other, which would obviously be way more valuable than just what the play is. As one Big 12 chief of staff said, there's no real advantage. One, you're speaking a different language. Two, if you think you'd be able to enact in real time what they say and try to do it on the field, you're delusional. You're just being your stereotypical paranoid football coach. You can't relay it to the kids fast enough. Yeah, and I think the first part is the issue, right? Like, some offenses are very wordy, like Sean Payton and the old Saints, where it's 15, 17, 18 words. Brown right, flex left, 794 trap, kill 14, bingo, bango, bongo. Like there's just, it's word after word after word, and you'd have to be able to first understand what they're saying, then be able to translate that into something actionable for your defense or offense, and then be able to relay that in that last however many seconds before they came to the line, that the offense came to the line of scrimmage and snapped it. So yeah, it would be nearly impossible to do anything actionable with that information. Now, if you had someone that had access to it, that knew the play calls, right, and they hear a play call and they know, okay, we know it's a pass. We know it's a pass, and it's we know we have a couple of checks that we can do automatically. Like, you could, but that would be a very exceptionally rare set of circumstances to be able to have anything actionable in that regard. So I would be surprised if you could do anything with it. Now, if you could get the communication between the coaches, then you're getting somewhere. Now, those are very much encrypted. Those are the coach comm systems. Those are very encrypted. But if you could get into that, where you're hearing the coaches say, hey, the run game's not working, let's throw it, or hey, first play here, let's hit them with a trick play or whatever. Like, if you could have access to that, you could make some real hay. But just having access to the communication between your play caller and the player on the field that's receiving it, your green dot, you wouldn't have any sort of advantage. By the way, Texas Tech switched and are now going with Coach Com for their game on Saturday. And again, the thing I go back to is the Big 12 said they checked it, and their review showed that at no point was any Big 12 competition compromised. And yet, one of the other teams said, yeah, we bought a scanner and we found our own coach-to-player communication frequency. Like, we found it. So how can they know that no one else was listening? Like, that's the thing I don't understand. How can you say that you reviewed it and at no point was any Big 12 competition compromised? Do you know that there was not a scanner that was on that frequency listening? Again, I don't know that you get anything that you can use from it, but this idea that you can just issue a blanket statement and say, no, nothing happened. Nothing happened. I don't see how that's possible. I really don't. Nevertheless, but hey, it's all a growing pain. And then you can always just go back to the good old system where you're sending in your play calls and you've got the people holding up the big sheets behind them the big sheets on poles behind them to block the opposing coaches from looking at your symbols and your signs. That's always my favorite, right? I love the guys, the GAs or whatever, whose only job is, when it comes time for the play caller to send in the signs, with the hand signals, they have to put the big the sheet on the poles up behind him so that no one in the press box can see what the signs are going to be. Right? That's my favorite. I absolutely love that. Also, how good do you have to be as someone stealing signs in the press box to be able to see what signs somebody's giving with their back to you? Right? Like if the only time they do that is on the home side. It's not like they do it on the visiting side, because everybody from the press box can see you on the visiting side. You're facing the press box. So the idea that you can't somehow steal signs is crazy. Like that, obviously Connor Stallion shows you that stealing signs is something that absolutely can happen. And I love that. I love the fact that they went and looked into it, and I love the fact that they put out a statement and said it's fine. How do you know? There's no way to know. Also, not for nothing, it doesn't seem like the helmet communication system has done anything. Like, I don't feel like offenses are better or defenses are better, or I don't feel like anything's happening that was not already happening in college football, right? It doesn't feel like this has been some sort of revolution. It just feels like kind of more of the same. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the big deal was. I really don't. Let's see. Don't forget to send your texts in on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. Speaking of Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, be a good time to get them out to come check things out for you. You've got, obviously we had a little front blow through, and you never know what that might have kind of stirred up, and what might have happened, what might have flushed into the plumbing system, maybe backed up from the street to your house, right? You need to get that checked. Well, Bobby L. Greene Plumbing does it. By the way, they will come and put a video camera in your pipes, and they'll offer you a discount for it. If you go onto their website at greeneplumbing.com, Greene plumbing.com, and click on their coupons, there's a coupon there for, I believe, $25 off for a camera inspection. Right? Well, they'll snake a camera into your drains and check everything out and make sure everything is flowing correctly and looking right. For me, my pipes go right under oak trees. So there's always an issue with the roots kind of growing into the pipes, and dealing with that. They offer services where they'll come in and blast those roots, right? They'll put in a certain chemical through the pipes that will kind of burn those roots up and keep them, help open up your pipes. They got all kind of services, man. They got technologies, they've got chemicals, they've got whatever you need for plumbing services, and they went ahead and just added heating and cooling while they were at it. 631-0235 is how you find greeneplumbing.com or greeneplumbing.com. 631-0235 is how you find them on the phone line. You just call them up, say, look, Patrick Netherton told me to call, said y'all are the best in the business. Let's make I want to make an appointment. Let's get you guys out to take a look at my system. Let's get you guys out to get my heater/furnace ready for winter. Let's get you guys out to make sure that my AC is running in as smooth a fashion as possible. All of that they can do. Not to mention, if you're looking to, like I was, install a gas fireplace, they'll come do that too. They'll handle your gas line and install a gas fireplace. I had them do that for me several years ago. Now, over the last couple of years, I haven't had to use it much, but I've got it. If we need it, it's there. All of that available to you on from our fine friends at Bobby L. Greene Plumbing. So give them a call at 631-0235 or check them out online at greeneplumbing.com. Don't forget the 3 E's, Greene plumbing.com. They've got the first responder discounts, senior citizen discounts, church discounts, all of that available to you at Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Give them a shout. And, of course, as always, please let them know you heard about it right here on the Patrick Netherton Show. We would greatly appreciate that. All right, let's take our final break. Come back and wrap this bad boy up. Gives Rogers another chance to play some spooky music. Which one is this, Rogers?
Psycho.
Oh, very good. Very good. You know, you're just trying to take a shower. Next thing you know, you got a knife-wielding maniac in there. Isn't that the way? All right, so Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Don't forget to follow us streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
It's time to start betting on yourself. Louisiana 988 can help if you're dealing with tough emotions caused by gambling habits. You can share as much or as little as you want, and it's completely confidential. It's free, available 24/7, and most people who reach out report feeling better right in the moment. Call or text 988 anytime.
I'm Khalil Fields. I'm a local attorney. I work and live in Baton Rouge, so I know this community. For a free consultation, call 225-343-5377 or visit tcmlawoffice.com.
Responsible attorney, John Carlucci, Baton Rouge, LA 2315065.
Tiger Rag Magazine subscribers are LSU fans in the know. Tiger Rag Magazine gives you exclusive stories, beautiful pictures, and behind-the-scenes insights. Subscribe today and be in the know at tigerrag.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-630-9723 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. Call 800-564-9170 now. 800-564-9170. That's 800-564-9170. What do you have to lose? Call 800-564-9170. Again, 800-564-9170.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SUPPORT, or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off. roundhouseprovisions.com, code SUPPORT.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You can be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Pluto TV is a place for movie fans, like me.
And TV fans, like me.
They've got something for everyone, and it's free.
I love free, and I love Jersey Shore.
For me, it's The Godfather.
SpongeBob SquarePants, I am Patrick. Patrick is me.
Oh, Forrest Gump, come on.
Criminal Minds, solving crime after bedtime.
Whatever you love to watch, Pluto TV makes it easy with thousands of free movies and shows.
Pluto TV, stream now, pay never.
Have you heard? There's a new Superfan Superstore in Shreveport. It's the Tiger Den, across from Jimmy Grande Outdoors in the Shreveport Auto Mall. Your one-stop shop for LSU, Tech, Ole Miss, Arkansas, and now Saints and Cowboys clothing for men, women, and kids. Plus LSU boots, shoes, and hundreds of caps. Shop the Tiger Den this week and get 40% off a big selection of LSU cutter and buck polos for women and men. And save 40% off on a huge selection of straw hats.
Come see us at the Tiger Den, across from Jimmy Grande Outdoors at the Shreveport Auto Mall.
Michael and Justin Greene have great news about Bobby L. Greene, your home team.
We saw the need for a heating and cooling contractor that could do the same thing that we've offered plumbing services for many, many years, and we decided to jump into the AC and heating space.
We just saw the opportunity to provide another service to our customers, to be a one-stop shop, to take care of their needs and be there and provide the same quality service that we've always provided.
3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, 318-631-0235.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special Pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Tiger weather now.
Increasing storm chances in the forecast to close down October and kick off November. Kind of a pattern change. South winds up from the Gulf of Mexico. Thunderstorms possible tonight, and temperatures only dipping down into the 70s. Been some pockets of severe weather up across Oklahoma and Kansas tonight. Thunderstorms likely Thursday. Some severe weather possible early Thursday morning, 82 degrees. I'm meteorologist Scott Larimore at the Weather Channel.
The previous program was paid for by Tim Fletcher. KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Bossier City's home for LSU Sports, a Town Square Media station.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
Segment before we get out of here and start to get ready for a little candy time. Got an assortment of candies that I'm taking down to Natchitoches. Special Ed over on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line said it needs more cowbell ham bone. Can't argue with that amount of cowbell. You certainly can't. By the way, we finally have a reason why Sabrina Ionescu was so terrible down the stretch of her shooting down the stretch of the New York Liberty Minnesota Lynx WNBA Finals. It was because apparently she had an injury in her hand. She suffered a high-grade UCL tear on her right shooting hand during Game 4. You remember she hit the 28-foot three in Game 3, but in Game 5 she went 1 for 19 and 1 for 10 from 3. Well, as it turns out, she had a hand injury. Apparently, she has a tear on the UCL, the ulnar collateral ligament, located on the inside edge of the thumb, near where the thumb meets the palm. Apparently, no surgery required. She's got a splint on it, has her hand wrapped up. But at least now we have a reason why someone who is such a great shooter, I mean, Sabrina Ionescu is one of the best shooters in the league. And the craziness of her going 1 for 19 from the field and 1 for 10 from 3 now is at least we have a good reason for it. Obviously, the Liberty won the series. Ionescu finished averaging nearly 17 a game. Also had, even though she only had 5 points in Game 5, she had 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block shot. So, big time for Sabrina Ionescu. But at least we have a reason for why she struggled the way she did, because she absolutely did. By the way, one thing we didn't mention is the Fever fired Christy Sides, their head coach. Christy Sides was let go. She ended up going 33-47 in her 2 years as head coach for the Fever, including 20-20 this past year, but got swept out of the playoffs by the Connecticut Sun. And this feels like it's one of those where it was they want someone better for Caitlin Clark kind of thing. They started 1-8, but ended up going 18-9, and they had the best offense in the league after the Olympic break. So there you go. Fever President of Basketball Operations Kelly Krauskopf said in a statement, "We're incredibly thankful to Coach Sides for embracing the challenge of leading us through an integral transition period over the last 2 seasons, while also positioning us well for future growth. While decisions like these are never easy, it's also imperative that we remain bold and assertive in the pursuit of our goals, which includes maximizing our talent and bringing another WNBA championship back to Indiana." So there you go. It's interesting, right? Because they did have a fantastic turnaround after the start where, Caitlin Clark was struggling. They seemed to figure it out. Her and Aaliyah Boston were incredibly good together. And now the question is, what do they do? By the way, a spate of firings in the WNBA. The Los Angeles Sparks, the Chicago Sky, who, of course, that was Teresa Weatherspoon, the Atlanta Dream, the Dallas Wings, and the Washington Mystics all are looking for new coaches in the offseason. So this is going to be one of the more interesting things to see is what happens with the Indiana Fever. Stephanie White, the Connecticut Sun coach, she's gone after 2 seasons where she was 30 games over 500 and won WNBA Coach of the Year last year. So I don't know. Apparently she was, the talk is perhaps that the Fever are actually going to get Stephanie White, that, apparently she made the call. She was not fired. She made the call. She did not confirm what may be next for her, but did say it was a professional and personal decision to leave the Sun and thank Connecticut for what the organization did for her. She told ESPN, "It's not an easy decision to leave Connecticut, but I think the best one for my family and my career. It's meant a lot to me. So grateful to the organization, top notch. For me to be able to return to coaching, which I didn't know if it would be possible with such a great team and coaching staff, meant a lot to me. At the end of the day, it's tough for me being away from my family. So from a professional standpoint and personal standpoint, I feel like it's the best decision." So there you go. So now, again, 6 different franchises in the WNBA are looking for new head coaches. And it's 6 of the bottom 7, apparently, that are looking for new coaches. Very interesting to see, though, that the Fever went ahead and ran Christy Sides after a really tough start, but then played really well after that. And then you wonder if it's, right, is this a scenario where is it someone they bring in that has already a pre-existing relationship with Caitlin Clark? Is it a scenario where, they want someone that has, does Clark have any say in the decision-making process? I mean, you would think someone of her talent ilk, you'd think they would kind of, I don't want to say vet the coaching prospects through her, but at least maybe give her a voice say, hey, this is, we these are the 3 or 4 that we're looking at. What do you think? I mean, she doesn't necessarily have to pick the team. Pick the coach, I should say. But it couldn't hurt to have her at least have some voice in it. Also, speaking of WNBA, Patrick Mahomes wants to bring a WNBA team to Kansas City. He wants to, his ownership group of the NWSL's Kansas City Current, they want to bring WNBA basketball to Kansas City. Mahomes said, we want to get basketball to Kansas City in general, and then WNBA, the success that they've had this last season and the last few seasons, is kind of a no-brainer. To try to get a WNBA team in Kansas City to this fan base, you see it if you talk about Kansas basketball, the Chiefs, or whatever it is, Kansas City is going to come out and they're going to fill the stadium. It's cool what we were able to get done with the soccer team, this women's soccer team here, and they're going into the playoffs now, and you see the support they have. So let's try to get a WNBA team in here as well with the same ownership group. So there you go. Patrick Mahomes also owns a piece of the Kansas City Royals and the Kansas City MLS team as well. So there you go. Mahomes trying to get a WNBA team into Kansas City. All right, that's it for us. Hey, don't forget it's Halloween. Hope the kiddos get to go out and enjoy. It looks like the rain has moved through, so looks like at least it'll just be a wet walk. It won't be, the shoes might get wet, but it looks like everything else will stay reasonably dry, which is really good. We hope that's certainly the case for you and yours. Dress up, have fun, obviously be safe out there. Be careful crossing the street. If you're out driving tonight, be careful when you're driving. The kiddos out there, don't stay aware. Someone wandering out into the street. If you're in residential areas, please be careful and drive a little bit slower tonight. Let's keep all the kiddos safe tonight, all right? And then, of course, if you want to watch and see what we're wearing tonight for our Halloween on ESPN Plus, that'll be at 6:30 as Northwestern State Volleyball takes on Houston Christian. For Rogers Hampton, I'm Patrick Netherton. Y'all be safe and careful out there, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow from 1 to 3. Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers. And we'll get you ready for the weekend ahead.